Hey guys, Beau Yates here. I'm the driver of the Toyota Genuine Parts, GT86 and AE86.
On Beau Yates' Toyota Genuine Parts 86, we use a lot of Bosch Motorsport products, ranging from sensors. We got 2 throttle bodies, one used for throttle, one used for boost control. Of course, the ABS system, which is probably the biggest component in the car. Injectors as well. The first 74mm Bosch Motorsport throttle body we're using is obviously just an engine throttle. It does everything your normal cable throttle does. It can just work heaps faster than you can. People will eliminate them in a road car because they work slow, they're designed for economy, they're designed to stop you from doing things that you probably shouldn't do. So what we use it for on this car, throttle blip for downshifts, traction control, obviously if we need to close the plate, if it needs to intervene that far, it can. You know, it cleans up the intake manifold area. There's no idle control motor. So the second throttle body is a 32mm Bosch Motorsport throttle body. That's used to do a bit of trickery with boost control. Again, that can work probably a lot faster than, say, you know, a solenoid can pulse a wastegate. There's something to be gained there with the speed that it can function at, and just in areas where you normally wouldn't open a wastegate, you can open that, and you know, it's precise boost control, quicker, more precise boost control. That's why we use it. All right, the sensors, as I mentioned before briefly, we've got the steering wheel sensor. But as far as engine sensors go, we've got a few combined pressure temp sensors in all your usual places. We've got coolant, oil, and fuel. Again, packaging, it's easy to mount one sensor as opposed to 2. It's easy to wire one sensor. It cleans it up in that aspect. We also use a pressure sensor supplied by Bosch for the exhaust manifold pressure. It keeps the turbo where we need it to be, and you know, we're not exceeding and jamming excess boost in there when it can't be used. Added ABS to this car because, you know, it's free time. It takes an element away for the driver having to think about the brake inputs. You know, you can just put maximum input in. It does everything for you. It'll stop a wheel from locking. It'll, you know, correct the pressure. You know, it's obviously, it can react way quicker than a driver can. People often, I would think, ditch the ABS in the street car because it's just too hard to integrate it into, you know, your ECU or whatever else you've done with the car. It's just an element you don't have to think about. Bosch provide it with a harness. You know, it can be adapted to communicate via CAN with most ECUs. So, you know, it's very programmable. Provide them a template of your car wheelbase, you know, your wheel diameters, all that sort of stuff, and it comes pre-configured out of the box. It works really well. And then, you know, in future, when you make changes to the car, you can of course update that later. Factory ABS, I guess it's designed to prevent a crash. It's not going to lock your wheels. It's designed for that one-off, you know, application and to get you out of trouble. Motorsport ABS, you know, the way it's programmed with the yaw sensors and everything like that, it knows what you're doing. It knows that you're driving aggressively. Out of the box, it comes with 2 brake pressure sensors, one for your front circuit, one for the rear circuit. It's got obviously 4 wheel speed sensors. It's got a yaw sensor mounted in the center of the car. We've integrated the steering wheel sensor into the system as well. And then obviously all that information, you know, it's self-contained within the ABS unit. That functions fine. You don't need anything external for it to function. That ABS system, what it provides when you're data logging it, an engineer can, you know, they've got everything they need to give a driver feedback on. You know, you're not giving enough brake pressure, you're braking too early because the pressure's bleeding off before the apex of the corner. You know, when you couple it with GPS position, it's, you know, hugely valuable in feedback from engineer to car setup to driver.
Yeah, obviously the Bosch Motorsport ABS system, it's free time, okay? So we're out here, we're searching for that one perfect lap. So no one's perfect, yet the ABS unit allows you to be perfect. So talking to the engineers, Mitch, Ren, people that helped me develop this car, you know, it just made sense to put the Bosch system in it. It's free time for not a lot of money. You know, when people are spending big bucks to cut 2-3 tenths, you know, you're probably looking at a second a lap quicker just with the ABS system. Obviously, it's got 12 settings. Very intuitive system, not intrusive at all. But God, when I ran the car down on Wednesday past the 100-metre mark, 80-metre mark from DXL smashing back through the gears, and the thing just doesn't lock a wheel, just pulls up dead straight and square. I mean, that's where it just pays itself off within that first application.